Hello, welcome today to Real Talk with Mrs. Farms. I am the host and my name is Henry Adebayo. Mrs. Farms, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me on my show.
And how are you feeling today?
I'm good, thank you.
I hope you're taking in the wonderful heat.
I am. Lovely day, nice weather. How about you?
I am as well. I'm in my nice polo shirt.
That's nice.
I'm looking fantastic and yeah, we give glory to God.
That's a good vibes. That's good. Thanks for having me on my show once again.
Okay. So today I do want to interview you.
Okay.
I want to ask a few questions about how your life journey is going. And I want to gauge how you are doing and how life is treating you so far.
Thank you. I'll be more than happy to answer most and all of your questions.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to begin.
Thank you.
So I would like to start off with Mrs. Farms.
Okay, that's me.
I would like to start off with, what was your childhood really like?
My childhood was really good. I had good parents who believed in every child is the same, and I had good upbringing, morally, religiously, socially, everything, academically.
Yeah.
They gave it all to me. So I had a very good childhood.
Do you know what? That's so good to hear.
Thank you.
It's needed because I feel like we all need supportive parents.
Yes.
And people that encourage us to try our best.
Yes.
And it sounds like that's what you received growing up.
Thank you.
So, what challenges would you say shaped you the most?
Challenges that shaped me the most was when I went back into university as a matured student.
Yes.
Because at the time, I already had my family, and then I had like teenage boys to look after. I had to be the mother in the home, like a wife to my husband. And then I had other family members, more or less I am responsible for, So it was quite a lot for me. It was a big challenge, but I managed, with support from my family and friends and, my other students that we were in the uni together. I was able to scale through. But then it was not an easy one, I tell you. But yeah, I was able to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I won't lie, I do recall those days as well.
Do you?
Yes, I was about 15, 16, seeing my mum get up every day to go uni, come back, go to work.
I forgot to say I was working at the same time.
What a lady.
Thank you.
What made you strong during those experiences?
It was just looking at where I'm going to. I wasn't looking at the challenges. I was just looking at like they said, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
That's correct.
So that, for me, kept me going, and that made me strong of who I wanted to be. So I didn't exactly I didn't allow the challenges to say who I am. I made sure that exactly what I wanted to achieve is what I was focusing on, regardless of any obstacles or anything that happened to me at the time. So that actually made me strong. And then I made sure that I surrounded myself with a lot of intelligent people. And I did a lot of researches on how to become who I wanted to. So that actually kept me going, and it kept me strong.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
I love to hear it. I do. I really do. Like, why did you keep yourself in the midst of intelligent people?
Because it's for me, it's only common sense, honestly. Because anyone that you roll yourself with really matters. They say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. I mean, what you feed your brain with and who you roll with really determines or shapes who you become.
Yes.
So I feed myself with, things that are, intelligent things, something that I learn from. And then within the people that I, socialize or interact with, I make sure that there are people that I can gain from or they can gain from me.
Yes.
In as much as I try to encourage and educate people, I do not like to mix with people who are just not respectful or who don't, want. For an example, if I know that this person is so unserious or we just don't belong in the same, circle. Category. Thank you for that word. I try to make sure that I encourage them, but if I see that I'm being dragged or I'm going to be dragged because of someone else's stupidity, I'm sorry to use that word, I am going to disengage.
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't want to be mixing with the wrong set of people.
I do not. Thank you.
And I value you for that. That's very, very thoughtful.
Thank you.
So, what dreams did you have? What aspirations did you have? What did you want to become when you were younger?
That's very interesting, that one. When I was much younger, I wanted to become a custom officer.
Wow. A custom officer?
Are you just learning that for the first time?
No, but do you know what? That's a plan though.
That is a plan.
Yeah.
I love the uniform. I love everything about them. I wanted to be a custom officer. But the way they say life, happens and, sometimes it's not what you want to be, you become or, But then I have always loved to help people. I've always been very social. So in a way, what I am now is kind of what not exactly the job specification, but it's something that has been in me from very young age. I've always loved to help people. And so being a social worker now never crossed my mind growing up as a child or as a young person, but I am not surprised. And anybody who knows me would not be surprised that I'm a social worker because I'm just very, I'm one of the confident ones. I'm very outspoken. I like engaging with people. I like being out there, reaching out, to support people. And that's exactly what I'm doing and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's amazing. And I'm not even surprised that you're helping people out. You're that type of person. You seem very alive, very joyful, very helpful. And we need more people like you.
Thank you.
How do you want people to remember you?
How do I want people to remember me?
How would you, what presence do you want to leave behind? I've got a good idea of that. Okay.
Maybe you should help me.
Because this is Mrs. Farms. She's uplifting. She's inspirational. She's outgoing. So I can see a good memory being left behind in a positive way.
Thank you.
For sure. So, but I wanted to get your opinion.
Thank you. So I want to be remembered for somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who is honest, somebody who is helpful, somebody who is approachable, somebody who has left a very good remark about humanity.
Okay.
Somebody who is selfless, somebody who can challenge situations for other people, somebody who can fill the gap for people who are less privileged. I want to be remembered for being the voice for people who are voiceless.
Wow.
I want to be remembered for somebody who you call a woman and is not biased. So I want to be known for somebody who stands for every gender, every race. I don't want to be remembered for somebody who is biased in their judgment. No, I want to be remembered for all of these good things as Mrs. Fan.
And you're doing a great job. as well, because there's a lot of qualities you listed off: helping the public, being honest, a woman with integrity, and you stand for a lot of those things.
Thank you.
What life lesson took you the longest to learn?
Oh yeah. This one is trusting people too much.
Wow.
I'm the kind of person, if you tell me something, I believe you. So it takes me a good while. Maybe it might be a bit late
Yes.
for me, where things would not, maybe the relationship might not be good. But it took me a long time to try to understand that you don't believe everything you hear or you see.
Wow. That's powerful. That's true, though. You don't want to believe everything you hear and see. No. That'll get you in trouble. Yeah. I really understand that. Yeah, that's important. That's what we all need to. That's a skill we all need to have. Because even myself, I can't be believing everyone that tells me something. Even
though you don't want to not believe people.
Yeah.
But somewhere at the back of your mind, you should think, what if? Because there's always the what if.
What if he's lying? What if she's lying?
What if she's lying? I don't really like to use the word lying. Maybe not telling the truth, just to be a bit posh.
So, what advice would you give your younger self now that you are a lot more matured and you've navigated life? So what would you, looking back at yourself when you were younger, is there anything of today you would tell yourself?
I would say to be more patient.
Okay.
And to know that there is time for everything.
There is.
That people need to have more, what I'm trying to say is give people another chance, and another chance. Never to give up on anyone. Because somebody might be in a situation today, it doesn't mean that they cannot change.
Yes.
So as a matured person, I have learned to understand people more. And for me, it's a big one. It's a big lesson. It's a big life lesson. And that whatever that you want to achieve, it's very, very possible. Not to think, because I'm in this situation, maybe, sometimes you're in a situation and you think, oh my God, this is the end of it.
Yeah.
Now, as a matured person, I know there is always a way out. There is always a way out.
How do you treat your colleagues at work? And why?
I treat my colleagues at work the way I would love to be treated.
Yes.
Which is respect. Respect for me is a big thing. It is a big thing. I like to respect people and I like to be respected. So regardless of, being a senior or a junior colleague at work,
yes,
I want us to respect each other.
It's reciprocal.
It is. So I treat them with respect, and I am open to ideas from other people, and then I am open to criticism. That word I struggle with. So I am very, very open. I'm very, very positive about people. I don't judge. I don't label. I am approachable, and I feel a lot of my colleagues are approachable. So for me, it's a big thing to respect each other and value each other's opinions at work.
Yeah, I can understand that as well, because you want work to be an environment where me and the other person gets along, gives each other respect, and it creates harmony.
Doesn't it just?
It does.
Teamwork.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Fantastic. What do you value most in friendships? Because I see you got a lot of friends. You're quite popular, you.
Am I?
Your phone goes off all day, all night.
Henry, please.
So I need to know.
How do I cope?
Yeah. How, like, there must be something valuable about you that makes people attracted to still want to be your friend.
I think I'm just approachable.
Yeah.
I'm approachable and I'm just real.
Yeah.
I don't rub things. I say it to you exactly as it is, even though I say it respectfully, but I am very, very approachable. And a lot of people confide in me and they know that, you know, I'm not going to be sharing your stuff with people.
Of course not.
You know, except of course, if it's work related and I know that I'll be putting somebody at risk if I don't share that information. But I'll let the person know, obviously, that I'm not going to keep this to myself, you know, for safeguarding issues and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking of friends, yeah, Mrs. Mom is very sociable and I have a lot of friends. And I let a lot of my friends know that even though I have a lot of friends, I am still a one-man band. So if you don't hear from me today, and then you see me with other person, please, this is Mrs. Farms. I'm not ditching you for that person, but you know, I have reasons why I'm friends with everybody. You know, so the vibes continues.
They do. They continue. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Do you know, when you moved over at a young age, did you ever feel
when I did what?
Moved over?
Over
so
where?
when you migrated at a young age, did you ever feel lonely abroad?
Yes, that's a very good question. Yeah, there are times that I felt lonely because my family, yes, I have my sister here and, you know, other cousins and, you know, uncles and aunties and all that. But yeah, yes. Moving over abroad, if that's what you mean.
Yes, it is.
As a young person, it was difficult because I had my network back in Nigeria. I had my friends. I had my neighbors. You know, that's where I grew up. The culture, you know, is different. So for me, yes, I felt lonely. A couple of nights or a couple of, you know, months, years. I still feel lonely sometimes, even after spending so many years. That's because I grew up somewhere. Yeah. And I had values, culture, and, you know, even though we try to bring in all of that here, but it's not the same. So I miss my family, I miss my neighbors, I miss my street, I miss all the madness, being a Lagos girl, you know. So I miss all of those. So that was what kept me as a child.
Of course. All
those drama on the streets, you know, like the bosses, the food, the fights,
the enjoyment,
you know,
the parties.
The enjoyment, the parties,
yeah.
The street parties, all of that, of course.
I can imagine it's going off in my head.
I know. So yeah, I did miss that. And I still miss that.
You're doing a great job though, Mrs. Farms.
Thank you. And you are doing a great job interviewing me.
I'm learning from the best.
Thank you.
So when you moved over to the UK or to Ireland,
yeah,
what surprised you the most about life in a different country?
What surprised me the most was, I mean, a lot of things surprised me. Yeah. But how things work in Ireland and in the UK quite surprised me, because abroad everything is process. Where I come from, there is process, but you can get by.
By what ways? How do you get by?
I don't want to go into full details, but you know, you can always get by in so many ways where I come from. But here it's not like that. You have to, you know, be checked, you know, like you call it DBS, you know. You have to wait until you get your national insurance number. You have to wait for your references to be checked before you're employed, you know. And then when you get into work, you have to do your work training. I know all of that happens where I come from. but there will always be a way. Here you have to go for your driving, to have your theory and all of that. It happens where I come from, but there may be some ways to go about it.
You can bypass it.
Yes, but so here it's not almost. There's a lot of culture shocks for me, and then the way you relate with people, with respect, the way you document things. If it's not written, it didn't happen. The responsibility on you. There's just quite a lot. Living in an environment where you still have to, make sure that you're not a nuisance to your neighbors, or there's just a whole lot where you park, you go to centers, you behave yourself. I'm not saying that doesn't happen where I come from, but there's a lot that is not the same. So for me, coming here where you have to queue, and then you don't have to jump the queue. If you do, somebody will say, "Excuse me, please, I'll step for you."
Get to the back.
Get to the back.
Yeah.
If you tell me get to the back where I've come from, I'll just tell you, "Do you know who I am?" Something like that vibes. Do you know
who I am?
Do you know who I am?
You're speaking to me like that. Yeah.
So for me, it's just a lot of things. A lot of things. And then the way that I'm being able to, I'm like, when I moved, I now understand that there's something you call equality.
Oh, big word.
Big word. And you're a person, everybody's valued, regardless of your gender, your age, your religion, your sexuality. You're well respected and you're supported. So any situation that you're in, you have that support. If you're unemployed, you reach out for support from your local authority. If you have disability, if you have issues with your health, if you want to go back to school,
yes.
There's just a whole lot that the platform, it's an enabling environment. And if you have a child, you're not with your partner, you will get help as a single parent, and then even if you're married and you're struggling, there's just a whole lot for me when I moved abroad, and I'm like, wow, this is it. Yeah, so that's it.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Even I was gonna let you touch upon living with a different race of people.
Yes.
How different is that from living with just Nigerians?
So at first I struggled with that I know in Nigeria our main language is English.
It is.
But moving over here, the English is not the same as like the Nigerian one. Even though we speak Queen's English.
Yeah.
But living here, it took me a while before I understood, a lot of what people were saying. I'd be like, "Excuse me, can you repeat that? Can you say that again?" But yeah, after some time, I got used to it, because some accents, even in Nigeria, you struggle. So I believe it's the same here. But now I don't see, but as a person, even coming from Nigeria, I don't see anyone different from myself. I see us as the same. So I don't look at color. I don't see color. I have never seen color. And I think that has really helped me in life, because I do not see that color. I believe we're all human. So that has paved way for me. It is still paving way for me. So anywhere I am, regardless of whoever is in the room, I see myself as you. We're all the same. So that is a great one for me. I don't see color.
That's fantastic. We need to all be like that, because color is just what we have on our skin.
Isn't it just?
It doesn't define us.
That's the word.
It's not who we are. I mean, it is who we are,
it
but
is.
It doesn't define
what
we are or who we are.
So I think a lot of us need to have that mindset.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And you're not the only one that struggles with accents, though. Because even when I speak to people from Liverpool, I can't hear what they're saying. Oh, I live in Glasgow or in Edinburgh. And honestly, people from Glasgow, I can't hear a word they're saying.
Can you know still?
No.
But do you know what? When I first started working in Liverpool,
yeah,
I'm telling you, I struggled a lot. I'm sorry if my colleagues are watching this. I struggled a lot. And, coming from Manchester area, and, when people would talk, maybe we would be in, having our lunch and all that. People would just talk and, joke and laugh and have a chat. And I'm there not laughing. It's not because I'm the one that when I'm in work, people know I'm there because my voice is a bit loud. It's not I can't help that, sorry. But you know what? And I'm very chatty. I go to people's desks and say, hello, good morning, hi, how are you, that kind of thing. I would do that. But it took me a while for me to understand, what they were saying. And I said, look, guys, it's a new thing. I'm not rude. This is not me. But I'm struggling to, understand the accent. And I'm not being funny here. But yeah, after a while, clock it.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Mrs. Farms.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever feel pressure to prove yourself in life? Was there any stage or any time in life you felt pressured to prove who you are? Did you ever feel misunderstood by people?
Yes, I did.
And how did you feel misunderstood?
I feel people kind of think that because I am naturally accepting, I don't know how to put that word, they think they can push a lot of things to me. And I feel that's kind of disrespectful because I'm a very approachable person, like I said. I feel boundaries are not drawn. So I think I get misunderstood by being nice. People tend to kind of overdo. So I feel you don't really understand the kind of person I am. I am doing this not because you think or you're entitled to it, if you get me. It's because of this is who I am.
Yes.
Do you know, I would, like, say you come for me for something, for maybe some advice or some, help, whatever. I will still come back to you and say, Henry, did you manage to sort that thing out? Did you, And some people take it for granted. And I'm like, excuse me, do not think I don't have something to do with my time. I honestly have. But checking on you does not mean that I am jobless. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I feel sometimes I'm misunderstood, but yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah. Was there any moments you wanted to give up? Were there moments where you wanted to give up?
Yes.
Oh, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, so many times. So many times. So when I went back to uni, before, that was my first degree. The first year, we finished the first year, and then I said to my husband, that is it. I am not going back. I can't do this. And this was me. After some years, I went back for my master's. But I said, that was it. This is not for me. I can't do this anymore. The challenges, I can't do this anymore. So I wanted to give up at that time. So that was a time that I cannot forget. And then it was just there for me. And it brought me on a holiday to Spain. And, it still says it tomorrow. I brought it to Spain. I took it to Spain. And then I can't stop hearing that, But yeah, just to kind of have a flex, just to relieve. Yes. And just to clear my head.
Yes.
And that really helped, But yeah, I wanted to give up at that time, but he didn't let me. So it kind of encouraged me and asked my friends and my sisters to speak with me, which they did. And this is me.
And he's proud of you today.
He is.
He is. He goes on about you forever. He won't stop, but in a very positive, supportive way. And that's beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
What are advices you would suggest to people that are now moving over or migrating from all over the world to Ireland and the UK? What advices would you help them with today that you have experienced or you now know?
First, I will want people who are planning or
Yes.
who are already here. There's a reason for wanting to leave your family, your work, the environment that you're used to, where you have built. A lot of people have built their careers, their life in other places. And then there is just that one thing that will want to make you move. So it might be just yourself or with your family, or, you know, anything would make you want to move, maybe because of your work or because of education or just a better life or just a change of environment.
Yes.
Or things are just not working. There are reasons why you want to move. So first, I want people to move with open mind. Before we travel, we hear a lot of things. People say, this is how they do it here, this is how they do it there. You know, there's a lot of advices. Sometimes it's overwhelming. You don't even know who to believe or what to believe.
Yeah.
But what I will advise people is to be open-minded and not come with, you know, fixations, because that won't help you. So this is why when you get to wherever that you're going to, United Kingdom or Ireland, to engage yourself with people who are already in the system, because they know more.
They do.
They have that experience.
Yes.
And that you should come with an open mind. I'm going to be repeating open mind.
Why do you keep repeating it? Why?
Because some people are so fixated on what they want to do when they get there. Yes, I get it. That's a good plan. But sometimes you have to take things step by step. And things work differently in different countries. So when you come here, even though you are, you know, this big where you're coming from, or you're that small where you're coming from, you have to go along with how it works in that country. So this means the kind of work that you might have to take up when you first come, and see it as not a big deal, because it's only time. Maybe you need that work to get yourself into, you know, maybe to save some money, or even to get into the next role. You know, there are some, or maybe you need to leave. Maybe you have a 10-bedroom house where you're coming from, and now you are here. You just have to be in a 3-bedroom. You know, downsize.
Yes.
Just see it as, you know, I will go past this.
Yeah.
I only need time. And then once people advise you, don't think they're talking down on you, because they've been there. And there's a lot of opportunities that a lot of people do when they come. I mean, when they have. But because you're new, you might not know. But people who are already here will say, because everyone is doing this, you don't have to do this, because maybe they see that potential in you. So there's just a whole lot. And to know who you roll with, you know,
Your
know
friends are
what
important.
very
Friends are-
important. You know what you listen to. You know,
Yes.
do a lot of researches. And I say to a lot of people, don't go by just hearsay. Ring up the office yourself. Stop. I'm not going to say stop listening to people, but you can take up the phone, you can send an email yourself directly, rather than sending somebody to find out information from you. The world has so
You want
changed,
to
Henry.
give it a go.
Give it
Try.
a go yourself, and don't limit yourself.
Yes.
You know, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's just a whole lot of opportunities, and a lot of people are coming, and you know they have. Maybe the hairdressers before they come in, or carpenters, or bricklayers, or painters, you know, come in, maybe nail technicians. It's very helpful. Don't come in and throw away all of those things, because people need it. Are you a mechanic? You know, are you a builder? Don't say because everyone is going into this industry, you don't have to. You know, so yeah.
Everyone's path is different.
It's different. Or maybe you can sing, or you just vendors at parties, you know, just go on with what. There's that opportunity for you.
There is.
Yeah.
Go and explore.
Explore.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Would you say you're still connected to where you're from?
Very much connected. Very, very, very much connected.
Yeah.
I'm so connected.
That's you. That's all you.
That's always been me. And I go, I talk, I eat, I sleep. I sleep Nigeria, I eat Nigeria, Nigeria is me.
What about the radio? that you listen to?
The radio, that's it. So that's why I'm saying I'm very much connected. I travel to Nigeria a whole lot. I listen to news, Nigerian news. I go to Nigerian parties. I eat Nigerian food. I wear Nigerian clothes. I talk Nigerian.
Yoruba dialect.
I talk Nigeria and I talk Nigeria. So yeah, I'm very much connected.
That's beautiful.
And I will be connected forever.
That will be the end of our conversation.
Thank you.
And it's been wonderful to have you, Mrs. Farms. I've really enjoyed our conversation. It's
Thank
been
you.
highly educative, and I would love to do that again. But now, this will be the end of the conversation.
Okay.
And we will catch you on another episode with Mrs. Farms.
Thank you.